Hello, fellow Michigan Freedom Diggers. Jim the Gopher coming at you from my home base on this somewhat cold winter day in Michigan. Figured I'd do a little rundown video on pinpointers and how to get the most out of them. A lot of people just look at a pinpointer as, a tool for simply finding the target in the hole. And while that's true, there's a little bit more to them, and you can get a lot more out of your pinpointer to help you more efficiently recover targets. So I'm going to show you a couple things. This happens to be my favorite pinpointer, the White's TRX. It's an excellent piece of equipment. They are becoming pretty difficult to find with White's having gone out of business. But as a lot of people in the detecting community know, White's, all their tooling and products and branding was bought by Garrett, so maybe we'll see these guys go back into production. We'll see. They are stiff competition for the very popular Garrett Carrot pinpointer. I used to own a Garrett Carrot, as a matter of fact. My first pinpointer was a White's TRX, and then I figured I'd try the Carrot. Carrot's a good all-purpose pinpointer. If I was going to get into some water hunting, I would probably pick one up because they're really great for being waterproof. But I'm going to show you why I prefer the TRX for land use. So we'll turn her on, and there she goes. What I like about the TRX is where it picks up a target. The TRX picks up a target on the tip, and the tip only. As you can see, I'm not getting anything right here, just there. Now, they are a little more sensitive up here as well. You'll get it up here, but look, right in the middle of the barrel, nothing, man. That's why I like it. Because unlike the Garrett Carrot, this will really narrow down where your target's at. If you're inside of a hole that you've opened up and you're looking for the target in there, personally myself, I like to know exactly where it is. I don't want a general guess. So if your coin is in the side of the hole somewhere, let's picture the hole being right here. If your target's in the side of the hole somewhere and you're using a Garrett Carrot, you're going to get, it's going to sound off right here. And you're going to think, well, is it at the tip? Or is it on the side of the hole? Where is it, See? With TRX, it's going to tell you it's at the tip. And you're going to be able to locate it a lot quicker. Another feature I like about the TRX is that you can desensitize it on the fly. They call that ratcheting. I'll show you that. So let's say you're in the hole and you're getting a hit. So you're thinking, well, is the coin right there or is it further in the hole? Well, you can quickly press the button on the side here and quiet it down. Press it again. Oh, I shut it off. I pressed it too long. If you hold it down, it'll shut it off. But, see? It shut it up. See, now it's less sensitive. So you can ratchet it down and quiet the unit down to really narrow in. I like that. It speeds up how quickly I can recover a target, and it helps me keep the hole nice and neat. You can also put these, they're very sensitive, in the most sensitive setting, and you can put it right on the ground. Let's say you get a target hit and your detector pinpoints and says that it's pretty shallow, around 2 inches or so. Well, you can turn on your pinpointer and you can put it right on the ground. It's picking up the table right there. But you can put it right on the ground. So you ratchet it. And let's say this is underground by a couple inches. you can get right on top of it and maybe just stick the tip of your digger in the soil, pop the coin out. Then you're not opening up a hole unnecessarily. So let me show you now some of the tricks that I've picked up over the years on pinpointer use. A pinpointer can also help you determine the size of your target. Much like your machine can, most machines, you'll get a pinpoint tone when you press pinpoint on your detector. And if it's a small object, that pinpoint tone will only sound off over a small piece of ground. Whereas if it's a larger target, the pinpoint tone is going to continue over a larger area as you sweep your coil. Handheld pinpointers, they'll do the same thing. Let's say you get fooled by a target. Let's say it's fairly deep. You know, you get a signal and you're like, wow, I'm going to dig this. Or let's say you forget to raise your coil and see if the target's still hitting like 6 inches off the ground, which would indicate something large that maybe you don't want to dig, like it's a beer can in a public park. Well, pinpointer can help you out with that, and I'll show you. I got some different things here. And for instance, got this little Tootsie Toy car. So let's say you open up your hole and you're looking for the target and you got nothing here. Yeah, there's something. Nothing. Nothing. And a little something. It gives you an idea of the size of the target, right? Cap gun. Cap gun, you're gonna let's say this particular one, I dug this up and it was over 1 foot deep. Well, you get into the hole and let's say the hole's open and you know you're getting a pinpoint signal over a large area. And look how far away I am from this thing and it's hitting, you know. And even if you ratchet down, you're still getting a hit over a pretty big area. So you're probably getting frustrated. You're like, well, where's the coin? Where's the coin? Well, remember, you're getting a hit over a larger area. A coin's not going to act like that. It's something bigger. Keep digging if you want to go after the target. That's why I kept digging on this one. I had gotten some older coins in this area, so I was pretty curious about what was down there that was so darn big. And once I got closer to it, it gave me an idea of, well, where I need to dig so that I don't damage the relic. So I was able to get this out of the hole and didn't put a single nick on it from my digger. And that was a cool find. Another example, let's say you got this down in a hole. Probably wouldn't look this good and most likely be smashed. But you get your hole open. Again, say you forgot to raise your coil and identify this as a large target. So you got your hole open and your hole is only this big, but what's in the hole is way bigger. So you put this thing down in there and you're like, ooh, the coin's right there. So you start digging around and there's no coin. And the pinpointer's still going off. And wow, maybe it's a coin spill. Oh my gosh, look at this. So you open up the hole even bigger. Next thing you know, you're like, holy crap, do I have the kitchen sink here? This will help you decide if you really want to go after the target. For me, what I usually do to help me determine if I'm going to go after a large target is I think about, well, where am I? You know, if I'm in the woods and there's some age to the site, which you can determine by some of the things that you're already finding, kind of like I showed in one of my earlier videos about finding clues in the woods. Well, if you're in the woods and you're finding nothing but 1960s shotgun shells, rusty bottle caps, and 1970s pull tabs, but you haven't found a single old coin, I'm probably less likely to dig up a large target. But if you're in the woods and you found a couple Indian head pennies and maybe a Canadian large cent or, you know, an old axe head, Yeah, you might go after a larger target. If I'm in a schoolyard or a public park, I'm probably going to pass on them large targets a lot more because you don't want to attract attention with a big hole, or even if you're operating out of a small hole initially, you don't want to attract attention by being there digging for 20 minutes on something. One of my theories about detecting in public places is to remain invisible and inconspicuous as much as possible. So that involves recovering your targets quickly and keeping your holes small and not spending too much time on one hole in one place. And knowing how to use your pinpointer efficiently is going to help you accomplish that, and it's going to speed up your time spent looking for your targets in the hole, which is going to give you more swinging time, and we all want more of that, right? I know I do. How about you, Silas? You want more swinging time with the detector?
Yeah.
Yeah, less time spent trying to find that beer can in the hole? Yeah.
Yeah, I hate beer cans.
Don't we all? All right, well, that's it for this video, and I hope the rest of you out there are able to get out and dig. If you're in a place with a little bit more warmer weather left on the radar, get out there and find some good stuff. Until next time, keep watching the videos and check out our Facebook group by the same name, Michigan Freedom Diggers Metal Detecting. We just had a pretty cool contest on there last week. Gonna have some more coming up. Got lots of great content on there. And give the History Seekers on YouTube a look-see as well, and give them some views and subscribes. Heath Jones from Treasure Mountain just put out a new video on there today, and it's got some good stuff. Everybody, keep it safe, and remember, no permits needed.